So, I am daily vlogging right now, and some interesting information that I just had to say. I might have just quit my job, by which I mean that I told 5 different people that I didn't think I would be going back tomorrow. None of those people were in a position of authority, though, just in case I did change my mind, but as the day dragged on, more and more, I believe I'm just not gonna go back. I'm like 95% sure I'm not gonna go back. And here's why. Well, I work at a dishwasher at a corporate restaurant, and it's just, I told myself I was only gonna be there for 2 years when I started the job. It's been 2.5 years, and it's gotten to a point that there are times when I honestly feel I'd rather kill myself than to go into that building. I mean, today I was at work and just halfway through the day I started going through an episode. I've been diagnosed with depression, and it seems like I've started another bout. And at one point in the night, I ran upstairs and I hid on the balcony, and I cried for 10 minutes. And that just got me thinking, man, if I hate this place so much that halfway through the day, I just have to drop everything so I could hide in a corner and cry, there's something seriously wrong with that. And so more and more, I just kept telling myself, I can't come back to this place. It's just too damn soul-sucking. And I'm like 95% sure that I'm just never gonna go back. And there may be a better way to handle this. I mean, I know there are much, much better ways to handle this, but see, nobody's perfect. And one of my biggest flaws is that I'm not good with confrontation. And I also I care too much and I'm too empathetic. And there's always a possibility that I can go in tomorrow to tell people I'm quitting and end up just clocking in and working the shift anyways. And the next thing you know, 3 years later, I'm still working there. That's the kind of person I am. Well, I'm also the kind of person that I really don't want to be there. And just walking home from work, I started to think, if I slit my wrist and just died, no one would find out for weeks, and I wouldn't have to explain why I didn't go there. They'd be like, "Oh, he killed himself. That's why he couldn't come back to work." I mean, that's the kind of person I am. I started thinking about suicide just so I didn't have to worry about ever going back to work. That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, so I mean, I will know for 100% certainty tomorrow, but as of right now, it's almost a guarantee that I'm just not going back to work. Because when it gets to a point, because like a year ago, it got to the point that I had to start convincing myself to go to work. Now it's at a point that, last night I didn't even want to go to sleep because I knew that when I woke up, I'd be a few hours closer to going back to that hellhole, and I didn't want to be there. I mean, when it's so bad that it's triggering your depression and you're going into episodes and fits. Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, I stopped and I spent 10 minutes crying. 10 fucking minutes. It's time to leave that place. It really is. Now, that in mind, it's never a good idea to just quit your job without some plan because I started considering quitting my job like back in February. And I looked at my bank account. I've got about $14,000 in my bank account, and I've been living off of $900 a month. 900. So, as of right now, if I'm able to stick to my budget as is and nothing goes wrong, and then I'd be able to live for more than a year just on what I have in the bank right now. And I mean that's if nothing goes wrong, but knowing life, shit's gonna go wrong. But really, I just need to be able to survive until December, which that would, as of right now, that would take less than half of my budget. And then once I'm done with school, I'll be able to get like a real job, something that I can make an actual career out of. That a place that won't make me want to kill myself after just a few months working there. And so I'm kind of embarking on a new adventure. I am now officially unemployed, technically.